Hi, thank you so much for applying for the student manager position or the community manager position. It is such a blessing and an honor that really great people like you are interested in applying to work with Invest with Teri. Now the question is, well, why did I say Invest with Teri instead of Trade and Travel? Because I want you to know that Invest with Teri is actually a bigger school and a bigger brand than just Trade and Travel by itself. Our mission is to educate people on how to supplement their income with investing so that they can live their best life. And we do that in several ways. Part of it is the trade and travel course. A main part of it is the trade and travel course. But we also now have a reality show that's Trade and Travel Life. We have a full YouTube channel that has several different series on it, including Make It Make Sense and the sit down show, podcast kind of show. We also have a two conferences, one for Master the Trade and then another one for our students. That's Trade and Travel Live. So you're coming into a bigger ecosystem that's all focused on helping educate people on how to use investing to make their lives the best that it can be. All right. So now let me tell you what's important for you to succeed in this role. In this role as student community manager, we now have over 6,500 students and growing every single day. And we have a really beautiful community Facebook group. Our students are now starting to do meetups on a regular basis across the country in different cities. We have students that are leading other study groups so that they can get together and make sure everybody's charting correctly. And what we really need from you is, how do you make sure, here are the big goals coming out of this. Every month, let me stop real quick. You, by the way, are the third leg of a four-legged relay race in Invest with Teri. The first leg is the marketing team. They're assigned to make sure that at least 300,000 new eyes see us every month and that we're able to convert at least 10% or more of them into emails. So the email list is growing every month because the sales team and marketing team is doing such a great job. Then the sales team is baton number 2. First leg passes it to the sales team. Now the sales team is rushing to close those 30,000 emails. They're rushing to close those leads into students and make at least 900 to 1,000 new students a month. Can it be better? For sure it can. But that's their initial goal. They're trying to get 3 to 4% of those new leads to become students. Now that they're students, this is where they pass the baton to you. So you're trying to make sure that the students have the best experience possible in our class. And here are some of the things that I'll be looking to you for. I want to make sure that a large percent of our students are completing the course. So how do we get 70% or better completion rates? Now, I know that's kind of tough because sometimes people don't start the course on time. Some things are out of our control. But from what we can do, what can we do to make sure that students are completing the course? 2, how do we make sure that we're tracking how many people are in the $1,000 in a day club? Our goal at Trade and Travel was to get, initially last year in 2020, was to have 1,000 people make it into the $1,000 in a day club. We hit that goal here in 2021. So we've now made over $1 million in a day, and our students are consistently making, I would say, at least $1 million or more on a regular basis, on probably a daily basis. So how do we track that so that we're making sure students are not only learning and completing the course, but they're actually starting to see success? And another goal for you will be a sales goal, because all of our things are related to data and continuing the company. How many of those students are willing to refer a friend? So then you come in with helping to groom students to be able to have an affiliate link and be able to refer other people into the course. Recently there was a month where half of our new students were from referrals. All of our students were so excited that they had made money that they then told their cousin, their mom, their friend, their family, right? So I want to make sure that in this role, or you want to make sure that we're continuing that track record. How do we make sure that students are having such a great time in our course that they're referring more people to come? The last benchmark for you, and it's probably not really the last one, but one I'll say now that I want you to be mindful of, is you're also going to be responsible for making sure that students get the most out of the program, which is the VIP program. In order for me to trade the way that I trade and make over $1,000 in a day on a regular basis, hit 6 figures trading, I use my whole system, which means that I'm using shorting and options and gaps and Globex. Those things are in the VIP program. So it's going to be really vital that you're helping people to upgrade from trade and travel to VIP so that they really can be fully educated the most that they can be. So those are a few things that are under your role. How do we make sure that they're completing the course? How do we make sure that they are having a good time in the course, learning and successful with the curriculum, making sure that the curriculum is good? In this role, we have also 5 coaches because we have Wednesday office hours for trade and travel. We have a Tuesday call, a Saturday study group for VIP, Sunday charting group, and then we have lots of students who take on leadership roles. So you're also going to be a bit of a leader and facilitator in that too, making sure that our curriculum stays solid across all those groups. People aren't all of a sudden trying to teach their own thing. And this isn't in your job description, but we also want to make sure that our IP is all, secure as well, and that people aren't taking the content and then, all of a sudden running their own thing. So this role is very dynamic. It's a really fun role because you get to know the students really well, but then you also have some metrics and RPIs and data that I want you to keep track of because you're part of this full relay. And what's really cool is that we have some really awesome students in our course. Some of the biggest influencers in finance are also some of our students, right? So you're going to be the person too that is able to see those type of things and then help out the rest of the team. I'll just give you, I'll leave it for your project later on so you can get excited. But we have a student in our course that has over 700,000 followers. How do we make sure to get that information back over to our marketing team so that we can actually move our numbers forward and go towards the goal, teaching 900 to 1,000 new students a month. So all of that to say, I'm really excited for you to apply. I hope that this gives you a little bit more insight into what we're looking for in this student and community manager. It's not just post here and a post there, but it's how do we really make sure that we are pushing the movement forward and teaching as many people as we can how to invest to supplement their income and improve their lives. All right, well, with that, I'll talk to you later and I look forward to seeing your application.